In this video I'm going to be doing an overview of the Helikon SFU NEXT Trousers. Now, SFU stands for Special Forces Uniform, and NEXT, I guess, pretty much stands for Next Generation, I guess, basically the next line. If I'm wrong, I guess someone will correct me, but anyways, with all that said, this particular pant obviously is in OD, it's a green, and this is in a polycotton twill. All the other ones are a polycotton ripstop, so it's going to be a little bit lighter and it's going to have ripstop for durability. This, however, is, as I said, twill. You can't really make out the twill that much because the fabric is so small, but I assure you it is a twill. I'm not sure that you'll actually be able to pick up any diagonal lines here, but if you step back a bit from it, you can kind of see the twill pattern, and it goes this way. So yeah, it's pretty hard to see. It's pretty small pattern from what I'm used to, but these pants, there's 9 pockets total on these pants. You have 2 front hip pockets. They're actually pretty deep and generous. You have a good little knife clip protector right here, nice reinforcement. Then you have front pockets right here. They can hold about, you know, they can hold an AR mag or an AUG mag, but it's going to stick down only about halfway. Like, it's about 5 inches deep, and so you can get like a full-size pistol mag, like a Glock 17 mag or something like that, and you can conceal it pretty well. In the video I showed you before starting this, you saw that I drew a USP magazine. That was a full-size USP mag, so it actually conceals it, and this little flap goes over it. I do like how they have this, kind of conceals it and gives it some retention without having to, you know, have buttons or anything like that. And the back pockets are the same as these little front pockets, how they have a little flap that goes over top to kind of protect stuff from falling out instead of having like buttons or anything like that. I like that design. I don't believe I've seen anything like that specifically. And then the cargo pants, or cargo pockets, are a little bit different. You can see a solid sheet of Velcro right there, and then here you have it split. You have little pads of Velcro, and then right here you have a little button. And so I guess if your Velcro fails or you just want to keep something retained, you can split it. And yeah, I'm not really sure what I would exactly use this for, but it's interesting for those that might want to cut off the Velcro because they don't like the sound of Velcro. I guess that's an option for you. But on the inside here, try to fold this out a bit. So on the inside, what you have here are these 2 elastic loops right here, and then below that you have pockets, like little organizers. This is big enough for like you can have an AR mag in here and it will fall below these loops, so these loops aren't really going to hold it in place. I would say if you're going to have something like an Israeli bandage in here or something that's generously long, like a little bit longer than an AR mag, then it'll actually work inside these. But I'm not really sure what all I would use these on, not just yet. But yeah, so that's the cargo pocket. So that's the 8 pockets so far. And then only on the right side do we have a little ankle pocket, and it's more directed towards the back. It's not really right on the side, it's towards the back, and it's just a pocket. It's really not all that deep, but you know, it's there, I guess, for whatever you want to use it for. So you got that. And then at the bottom you have these little drawstrings right here, which are good for cinching down around your boots to kind of prevent stuff from getting in. And yeah, it's very valuable in the snow to keep snow from getting in your pants and or getting up your leg and kind of sticking between your pants and your leg and you know, creating chaos. So yeah, that's a pretty nice little feature that comes with it. Some of the Helikon products actually have the loops, but they don't have any strings with them. I usually don't wear these. I usually don't use these. If the pants have them, I usually don't use them. But yeah, I found a use for them this time. So as far as the stitching goes, it's very much like a BDU. You have your reinforced seat, as you can see here. And the thing is that there's no gusset. So it's basically like a traditional BDU cut, but with no gusset. But you do have knee reinforcements, which are basically act as pads. Now the problem with these is you can see that they're actually quite thin. Let me go and lay this out for you. So you can see right here, it's pretty thin. It's not really all that wide, and it's got a very narrow opening which keeps stuff from sliding out. If you put a knee pad in there, it'll keep it from sliding out, and it widens up as it goes up top. But I've kind of had a hit or miss relationship with this knee pad section because it doesn't quite cover your knee all that well. You can see the second stitching line right here. I think that it actually should have gone out to here, to where this stitch line is. I think that it should be that wide because for whatever reason my legs are kind of pushing inwards a little bit. Like this knee pad is kind of on the, or this knee reinforcement is on the outside. So you can see that there is reinforced stitching to kind of break it up and kind of relieve stress around some of the stretching points as you're walking. And you know, being a twill, it's going to be pretty durable to begin with, but it's really nice that they kind of break these patterns up and kind of reinforce it at different areas and reconnect the stitching. So that's actually a pretty nice little design there. So I do appreciate that. But overall, there's really not much special about these pants. These are one of the least expensive ones in their combat uniform selection. And you can see one of the things that I did like about this is these adjustment tabs right here. See, it's Velcro, so it'll hold in place, and it has a little polymer little slide right here. So obviously you put it under the belt loop if you're going to be wearing a belt, but you know, it works out pretty well. I like that it holds in place. The traditional BDU style with the little metal piece, that always comes undone. And also, if you're going to wear a belt over it, you pretty much want to cut it off because it can be uncomfortable and it can dig in. This one, pretty flat profile, and it doesn't really dig in at all. And also, being a twill, again, I'm going back to it being awesome that it's a twill. It's pretty thick, and so kind of acts as a padding against this. Now with ripstop, I'm pretty sure that it would actually be a little bit too thin, and it might actually dig in. But you know, it is what it is. If you don't like it, cut it off. So if anyone from Helikon is actually watching, I would actually love to see more twill options out there. I like them. They're more durable, and yeah, I just think this is a better way of insulating the user. So yeah, but yeah, that's a pretty quick overview. I haven't put too many miles on these pants, and of course I'll give you guys reviews once I have used the heck out of them. But that's just a general overview. Obviously, just a little parting thing. Obviously, you have a button fly here, and they're holding up pretty nicely. I personally would prefer the, I believe they call them the Canadian style buttons, where it's like the British uniforms, where it's just like a little strap going through the button. I think that's a little more durable. These pants tend to fray. Well, not fray, but they got a lot of like loose threads and stuff that come with them, and I haven't gone through and picked them all off, but you know, I'll be getting to that during the reviewing process, the actual testing process that I'm going to be going through. But I've been wearing them a good amount out in town, you know, working with gear and stuff like that. But yeah, the testing should be interesting, but I'll update you guys with a good review once I am done with all that, and I will have an article on my blog as well. So let me know what you think in the comments below about these, if you have any experience with their other combat uniforms and this. If you have a little comparison of your own, go ahead and let me know. But other than that, Thank you all for watching, and you guys have a good one.